So now I'm back home and it's time to get to work. I have downloaded into my brain a true, proven system that I witnessed with my own eyes print $250,000 before lunch. So now it was time to execute. So, I started to think back. I said to myself, who can I serve? What's a market that I can create a system, help them with their business, and create a model very similar to what my buddy was doing. And time again, I kept coming back to the real estate industry. Now, for those of you who saw, the first episode, I got my start in digital marketing when my real estate career pretty much got shut down. Banks stopped lending. That led me to go on to the internet and find new ways to make money. And I thought to myself, had I known the skills that I now know in terms of lead generation and marketing back when I was in real estate, how much easier would it have been for me to grow my business? So I remember I went on to GoDaddy and I started to, check on different domains. And I remember I purchased Online Real Estate Secrets. And, my right-hand man came over and I was telling him about what I had learned, in the hotel room in terms of the system, and he was blown away. And I said, we're gonna create a similar system, but we're gonna do it, and we're gonna target real estate agents and loan officers, and we're gonna teach them, the power of digital marketing and lead generation. So we got to work. I mapped out all of the things that I needed to do to execute this system. I started to make all of the material. I started to create all of the training. And we had to figure out how we were gonna, house all of this this content. And I remember there was this company that just had, got started, and now it's funny, they're like a massive company. It was Kajabi. I think we were one of the first people to test it out. So we created a Kajabi account and we started loading our training in there, and we were gonna sell this program and start teaching real estate agents, everything. I mean, we turned everything off. I said, we need to have extreme focus. Okay, we are going to literally work out and build this company. So we would come in and we would plan it out. I remember we had a whiteboard. We mapped out every single training, how we were gonna take people through the process, how we were gonna get to where we too could start generating, multiple six figures a day. And we would make training, we would talk, we would strategize, and it was cool. Where I was at, it was this apartment building and it had like a rooftop pool. So we would work out, we would go up to the rooftop pool and we would, dive in, have fun for a few hours, and then we would come back and work. And that was our process for months. And finally, it was time to launch. I was excited. It was cool because this was one point in my life, it wasn't gonna be a business that I was creating that was dependent on anything else that could, stop me. For example, when I was doing real estate, banks stopped lending, business went under. We're launching this massive app company. Apple doesn't like me, app company went under. Now it was my information, I was able to offer it, and when people purchased, the money went right into my bank account and it had high margins, and that was exciting. I remember myself and my right-hand man were so excited for this launch. I kind of got quiet. I'm watching all these other marketers absolutely just destroying it online, and I want to get back into the game. I'm like, man, this has been crazy, but I know people are going to love it. I go to sleep that night and I'm like bothered by something. I don't know why I'm bothered. I mean, you would think someone that knows that they're in a position to make the kind of money that I was positioned to make in a market that had no idea about the things that I could teach them, I'd be excited. But I wasn't excited. I was bothered. I felt, bad about what I was going to do. And I remember I sat up and I was like, why are you feeling this way? Why are you bothered? And it just kept coming to me, the same kind of answer kept coming to my head, and it was basically, you can't leave these people behind. And I'm like, what people? Right? I'm talking to myself, the market, the digital marketers, the people in the home business space, the entrepreneurs, the people that believed in you, when you launched this app company. That app company, it didn't do all the things that you expected to do. Granted, it was out of my control. It's still a situation where these people believed in you. They were going to use this to help them generate leads. That was supposed to change their life and their business. How are you going to just flip on them and go start teaching real estate agents because that's where your core started? How are you going to just flip and go to a place that you've never served? And at that moment, I just said to myself, I can't do it. I'm not going to launch this company.